Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's Words Day again. We're a little late. I usually like to do this in the morning. Um, but I had some chores to do today. I'm sure I mentioned it on a previous stream, but my shower was broken. My shower broke, and I had to do a little plumbing work this this afternoon. I didn't. I went out to get my part. Went out to get the thing I needed. I just put it in. I probably made it a little harder on myself than I needed to by trying to get to the back access of my shower, which is like underneath the cabinets in the kitchen, you know. But it's fixed. I did it. Feel like a handyman. Feel like a plumber, you know? Like I know what the fuck I'm doing, even though all I did was pull out the shower cartridge and put a new shower cartridge in. It felt like a task though, you know? It felt like an actual challenge. The other thing I spoke about previously that I feel like I should I guess elaborate on was I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. I was saying that a guy I knew got into an accident. We worked together. I wouldn't say we're friends. He's like my parents' age. You know, he's way older than me, but I liked him. His name was Ed. Ed got a flat tire on his truck, jacked it up in the snow, and crawled under it, and his jack slipped and he was crushed. It's really... I don't think he wasn't like instantly crushed to death. He was like crushed enough that he couldn't breathe and he suffocated, I think. I honestly, I probably shouldn't have been thinking about that. I mean, it was a horrible accident. Anyway, and there was people there, who like rushed to get the truck off of him, you know, but what the fuck can you do? Anyway, yesterday, and he was brain dead functionally. He wasn't dead, but he was brain dead. And they pulled the plug on him yesterday on the 1-year anniversary of his wife dying. And his kid that lives down the street. Fuck, I don't know, man. I don't even know what to say about it other than that, really. Like, I wanted to... Because I was kind of vague about it when I was talking about it while I was playing Phobia, but that's because I didn't really know what happened. I had heard, you know, not the real story, I guess. I was hearing it third hand through Facebook, basically. And it's just really horrible. It's just a horrible thing that happened. It's a horrible way to die. And it's crazy that it happened to somebody who was so close to us. So yeah, I guess today's Words Day is dedicated to Ed. Not that he would give a shit. He wouldn't care less about this thing I do every week. But yeah. Jacob, if you ever watch this, sorry about your parents, man. Sorry about your dad. Okay. I'm not sure what we wrote last week. But I feel like I accomplished some things in the intervening week, you know? Hell yeah, we got a new turtle. Thank you, Mail Deer. Oh yeah, last week, Jake. I got some YouTube comments from Jake about our poor play in Slay the Spire. And we were asking about how to deal with them. How to be nice and deal with them. A Ronnie doll, an ancient sailor. Cool. Firm and confident but polite. I would suggest not to resort to name calling or swearing. Assess why the person is after you in that way. Maybe they want to feel superior. I think Jake did want to feel superior. But I also think that there's some things can be superior, you know? Jake probably wanted to feel superior, but I would say, even just based on his YouTube comments, Jake's probably a better Slay the Spire player than I am. He's probably superior at Slay the Spire. It's hard to say that, you know? But Slay the Spire is not like a super complicated game, and if Jake's out here playing 10,000 hours to give me shit about my my order of operations, you know? Sometimes he's just superior. Sometimes people are just better than you at things. I do think he also wanted to make us upset. Viewing clips from movies where people respond back in firm and confident but polite ways, I'm assuming. You know what, Kay? This is a wonderful answer. Thank you. Howdy, Jay. Cute face. Many people out there can be pretty crude, but there are also, of course, lovely people too. Cute face. Bird. Maybe bird. I found sometimes acceptance and kind of a can-do attitude can throw them off a bit, showing that it doesn't bother you as much as they want it to. Kind of taking it with a smile and becoming a better person. I think this is exactly how I tried to respond to Jake's comments last time. Some people have genuinely mean and irrelevant comments, and saying, did that make you feel better, is a pretty good quip. Best of luck. Also, Jay. Thank you, also, Jay. Sit him with the duck. And our final one from S. If it's an online comment or something you don't need to reply to, then my recommendation is to not reply to it. You know what? Also good. I'm going to say that my kind words replies to my requests, not always the most relevant things. This batch? Wow. Perfect. If it's a mean comment, don't let it affect you. They're most likely projecting their insecurities onto you, and if they're being overly critical, pick out the useful parts, but discard the rest. Good luck with your day, and may you be blessed with only the best. Criticism. From S. Thank you, S. Genuinely. All three of those. I think inside my head I already knew each of those pieces of advice. But don't let it affect you. They're projecting, you know? Taking it with a smile. All three of these is like, you know, don't let people shit talk you, you know? All three of these Really nice. Really kind. So, thank you. You know what I'm most worried about with my fix, honestly, is my caulking job. I've never put caulk on anything before, and I feel like I did a pretty good job. But then, like, I felt like also I had like a little extra line that I wanted to wipe up, and I tried to wipe it up with a little paper towel, and I fucking smudged the shit out of the main thing. And I think I could have done better. I guess what I'm trying to get at is that I think I could have done a better job caulking. But for my first attempt, I think it was pretty good. I just have to look at it until the next time I need to take it apart, you know? So it could be years that I'm looking at my shitty caulking job and going, man, I wish I did that right. Nobody else can be me. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend, and if you're worrying about the week ahead, I know that you are very strong, and I believe in you. Thank you, Ezra. We do need that. We needed that. "30 years old and almost under 100 kilograms. These days, the weather is magnificent, and I'm enjoying spending as much time as possible in the mountainside. When I come back to my apartment, everything feels bleak. My old hobbies feel boring, and I'm restless. Um, fuck. I don't really know. This doesn't feel like something that I could give good advice for, I guess. I gotta think about it. I mean, he's coming back to an empty apartment. Maybe what we suggest is a change of scenery. Like, an empty apartment can feel bleak, right? Depending on the lighting situation, maybe what he needs is, like, just some fresh lights. Open your blinds up, man. Let the sun in. But it's wintertime still, so I don't know where he's at, but it's pretty much winter everywhere. I mean, it's literally not winter everywhere, but it's winter here. Fuck, I don't know. Uh, there's ways to... Um... We are using smiley faces as punctuation too much. It's really, you know what it is the Twitch title is doing it to me. Every time I type in a Twitch title, I add that smiley face, and it puts it in my head for my entire life, you know? Which I guess is good. There's probably good and bad there. I feel like I'm not being very helpful here. All right, that seems good. We just got this turtle. Let's throw him out there. No man is an island, but that turtle. It is. So my long-distance relationship girlfriend is kind of a party goer, and she's telling me all the shows she's going to this year. And I don't know if it's getting to me, but I just get sad hearing it. I'm not upset or anything, just a weird feeling. Um... Fuck, I don't even know. I think I'm not in the right mindset for this because I ate Taco Bell earlier. my fucking brain's all clouded up with ground beef. Fire sauce. Mountain Dew Baja Blast. I mean, this person is obviously maybe fuck. I say obviously, but I don't think it's that obvious. I guess, but they're like missing out, right? They're missing out on these experiences that they maybe feel like they should be having with their girlfriend. Um, but I don't know what the answer to that is, you know, because it's not really like there's not anything I can. I should turn my microphone down. I think we're peaking a bit. It's hard to say. Um, I don't think there's anything I can tell to say to him that would improve the situation. You know, I think the only improvement for feeling like you're missing out in a long distance relationship is to close the gap, to make it into a shorter distance. Like we could say fly across the country and go to one of these concerts with your girlfriend, and then you'll at least have that experience. But that's not really a viable solution. I mean, there's a reason that the relationship is long distance. There's always a reason, you know? And usually it's because it's a fucking nightmare to try and drive 12 hours or fly anywhere just to visit somebody for a weekend or for a single date. Um, the only way you really fix it is, yeah, moving in. Changing your entire life around to move cities. I think we're going to skip this one. I don't really have anything good to say to him. I feel bad about it, but I think if my only advice is find a way to turn your long distance relationship into a short distance one, is I think that's not. Those aren't kind words, I guess. They may be the words that are in my head, but they're not the kind ones. I met a girl online that I'm. Oh, this is also K. I don't think this is the same K, though. I don't really know how to help K feel like he's not going to get cheated on. I've been toxic to a friend for a while, and we've talked about it, but I still feel bad. Um, Gosh, I kind of only want to say mean things to this person, too. We could figure it out without being mean. Um, you can help it. Um, We don't really know H's situation, I guess. We don't know what they mean by saying that they've been toxic. Like, is this I've been toxic to a friend, like a high school bully talking about the person he's bullying into the earth, you know? Or is this I've been toxic to a friend, keep saying I'm gonna have sex with my friend's mother, sort of thing. Where you know it's a joke, right? But he's getting annoyed at it. He's taking it too far. Like there's differences, I guess. Sorry, my phone's ringing. I'll be right back. All right. Um, you can help it. He can definitely help it. He or she. Um, if you've had a conversation about it. Then you have. I guess we'll phrase it in a way that they are need to continue to work on it. Even though in my head it's like, you know what you're doing. People are only in control of their own emotions, you know? The only thing that you are in control of is yourself, right? You know when you're being toxic and you know when you're being stubborn. And sometimes we get out of ourselves a little bit, right? But after the fact, outside of that, you know when you've been kind of an asshole. Everybody does. You can see it. People get sheepish. They feel ashamed. Then you have something to work towards to maintain your. I don't know. I think that's okay. Just practice being a better friend. I don't feel like a good person at all, honestly. It's hard to explain. Not to me. We're all rotten on the inside. But sometimes I get to worry and think about who I really am. I think I'm getting better. I always think so, but sometimes I wonder if it's really true that I'm better or I was always the same dude. Nah, that's too much of a downer. We can't say that shit. That's a good point, I suppose. That's true enough, blindfolded. But I think this person is already there, you know? Does it help to not say those words if that person's already there? I was trying to be cute and like reference Monsters Inc. here, you know? This guy's getting a little blue guy. Yeah. The fact that they feel wrong and guilty about it. It is better for somebody who does something wrong if they feel remorse, you know? I know what that means, yeah. I agree with you there. Even though you haven't finished it yet. it they have a heart that wants to do different. They should follow that and focus on that wish to be better, instead of focusing on the mistakes, because they usually just leads to unhealthy self-guilt tripping and depression. I think you're definitely right about all that. I don't think I really have room to include that in my answer here, though. Because I want to include this goofy Skyrim shit. And I think we're sort of getting that point across anyway. Oh, I know. There's no force. We're not forcing. All right, let's just leave it at this. I think you're right, though. I think this was in my head. This feels more like something I would write, but you're definitely right that. And I think that's what the Skyrim quote is really about. You know, is that you can work towards being a good person. It's not even like something that you can achieve, right? Necessarily, but it's like I guess once you stop trying to be a good person is when you could really say you're a bad guy, you know? Like we all try and be I don't know. I shouldn't even say we all. Like you can try and be good, right? But everybody slips. Even when you're trying. And I guess the important part is to keep trying and not stop. Panic attacks. An ordinary sophomore student. I want to go out and do stuff, but I look like a 13-year-old. I have to repeat I think those are all fair. That's all fair points, blindfolded, for sure. I think maybe it's in my head that I don't think I take Monster exactly the same way. Because humans can be monsters, you know? I guess in my head a monster isn't necessarily like a fictional being. True evil or whatever, but like a human can be a monstrous human. But that said, I don't really think a monstrous human is what the fuck is the word I'm looking for? Unsavable. I don't know. Irredeemable. Irredeemable. You know, there's always opportunity for redemption, even in the most evil person, I suppose. But Yeah. He needs to repeat his second year of his bachelor's degree. He got 3 signatures after the trimester. And Siento, is that sleep? Slept too much? I think you're probably right. I suppose I think the same thing about myself. Really, I think I'm capable of evil. You know what I mean? But being aware of that is also part of it, I guess. Like in my head, sometimes, you know, you have fantasies about saying something hurtful or maybe committing a heinous murder or something like that. But being aware of it and not acting on it, not doing those things. I think I can't be helped. That's That's the bad part. I think maybe that's where I think that's where I have that disconnect because I don't think of it as a I cannot be helped situation, and maybe because it's in my head that I think I could be an evil person. But I know that I can help it. Maybe that just extra step is what the difference is. And that's why I didn't think of it that way. I don't know. I can't really read this. I gotta stop looking at it. I have a vague idea of what this says. I think he's repeating a school year, maybe? I don't know what Miedo is. Mierda's shit, right? But he's worried about repeating a school year. But if I respond in English, he's not going to be able to read it, so... I decided to study for pilot. But I found there's a minimum height required. Somewhere it's written it's 5'2", and somewhere 5'3". Does anyone know the actual one, and if it's true, and does it vary for male and female? I'm a female. Interesting. We're not going to respond to this one either, because I don't really know the answer, but... I wonder if this is in China. I guess probably not. It doesn't read like Google Translate to me, which all the Chinese ones usually do. I know that psychopathy is a real thing, but I also think that in most cases, if someone really did something bad, they'll know it deep inside. Their conscience won't truly leave them in peace, but with us trying to show it to them, there's a risk of everything I just said. Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting thing. I don't know. I don't even know what words to use for it, I guess. Sometimes I fantasize about, like, oh, how nice it would be to invite people on Discord and have conversations with them on stream and just, like, talk to them about shit. But then I go, oh, my brain doesn't work and I can't think of words half the time. I'd be the worst person to talk to people. Yeah, I mean, redemption... I don't know. I think that there is... Sometimes people can be irredeemable, right? But I don't think a person who is seeking it... A person who wants redemption, you know? They're always redeemable. There's always... They can always be saved, you know? You can always... I feel like I'm phrasing it like in a religious sense, but I don't even mean it that way. Like, it's really like a choice, I guess. Once you stop trying to be good, I guess. I don't know. I'm struggling with it, but we can always be good. And if somebody's trying to be better, then they can be better. I don't know the answer to your question, but I think it's awesome that you're going to be a pilot. You're awesome. I hope you have a really stubborn flying around. This is also another, like, sometimes I play kind words and people ask really specific questions that they should just ask Google, you know? Like, who on kind words is going to know the answer to this question? Nobody. They're all, like, teenagers and they're all Chinese and they're all, like, everybody on the platform is a high schooler failing their math class, you know? Or struggling with their girlfriend. Yeah, it feels a little mean to just say, why don't you Google it, idiot, though? But I know what you mean. That is the right answer. Maybe don't call him an idiot, I guess, but we're just gonna say good luck. I hope you succeed and you get to fly around. I've thought about being a pilot. I think that would be a lot of fun. Sometimes if I think about what I would do if I'm not doing what I'm doing now, I've had a couple of ideas, you know? And there's, like, pilots training stuff that is pretty nearby to me that I could get into. Probably. And, I mean, it would take a while to get up to be an actual pilot. But, like, that would be a fun thing to do. I think you're right. I think that would be a good way to phrase that, blindfolded. But I also think that they must surely know that already, right? And what they're really looking for is validation and congratulations on their ideas, and for somebody to just wish them well. Because that's part of the game. That's part of the thing, too. You don't see anything fun about being a pilot? Are you afraid of flying? Are you afraid of being in a plane? I think it... I mean... Depending on what type of pilot you're being, right? It could be better or worse, but like... Just getting to go up into the sky and fly around. It seems kind of cool to me. Very romantic, you know? That's fair. It would be a lot of responsibility, I suppose. But, I mean, we know ourselves best, right? Do I think the guys who are flying all the planes now are more responsible than I am? Probably not. Probably not that much more. They certainly have a larger burden on their shoulders right at the moment than I do sitting in front of my computer, drinking Mountain Dew and looking at this video game. But, like, they're still people. They still, like, go to McDonald's and shit. I think I'm probably capable of shouldering that burden if it came to it. But there's also a shitload of training that they do, right? You do the training for like 3 years or 4 years or something. You need to fly 10,000 hours, or it might not be 10. It's probably 2,000 or something. But and then you still need to do like 5 years of co-piloting or whatever. You still only get to ride along with people if you're in like an airline for that long. You get to be the co-captain or whatever. So like, I mean, you think about the responsibility, right? But like, they wouldn't throw you up on your second day flying planes into something where you were gonna cause 50 lives to end if you crashed. You're gonna be doing it for 10 years before you get to that point. So I think it would be really fun. I think if I had another shot at life, if I started over at 18 again, I might try and be a pilot. My vision's not good enough, probably. If I'm honest. I might need to get LASIK before I do that. I haven't even read this yet. I keep thinking about my thought on my feelings for a friend. Is that childish? I'm not really sure what that means. I keep thinking about my thought on my feelings for a friend. I know there's other things I have to worry about, but I don't know. I've been thinking about this a lot because I overthink, and I also feel like I've never have an answer. Both unsure and frustrated. How would you try to find the answer? That's fair. I think that's fair, Blindfolded. It is a lot. Even with training, it's a lot. It's like driving a bus. Would I rather drive like a semi-tractor trailer or a bus? I'd probably be on the semi, right? Just because you don't have 20 people in the back. So even if I roll it off the side of the road, you know, it's just me. I'm not really sure what this person is asking. You would rather walk. That's fair. Why even crash a semi-trailer? Do you drive blindfolded? Do you drive a regular car? Have you ever driven a motorcycle or anything? Maybe it's because Oh, that's too bad. I mean, it's not too bad. Driving's not really that big a deal. Especially if you're in a place where you don't need to do it. It's not really a... It's like a useful skill, but not a necessary one if you're in the right place, I suppose. But maybe that's part of our disconnect, too, is like, when I think of a plane, I'm really thinking like, a plane is just a flying car, you know? A plane is just a flying bicycle. I have a feeling that this person is doing Google Translate to get their question out. So even though I don't know exactly what they're trying to ask, I think I'll do the same answer I always do, and we'll say the best thing you can do to get a flying bicycle with 4,829,514 buttons. I could probably manage it. Get the answers you want. I was going to throw a smiley face in there as punctuation again. We were being bad. What do we say to talk to them about overthinking? We decided to go for it. They need help like everybody else, you know? Even if we're not really going to be that helpful, I think a little push to just actually go and talk with the person that they need to talk to is still good advice. Well, the choice is always with them anyway, you know? We can just say our part, tell them what we think. But we're not really deciding for them right now, you know? They'll take or leave our advice, whether they think we like it or not. Or whether... Wait. That sentence didn't make any sense, but you know what I meant. Odito. I feel like I should know more of this. But I don't. I feel something for my boyfriend, but they could never reciprocate. Best friend, maybe? Not boyfriend? Part of me hopes things will change. My rational side knows it's impossible. Also, it would only make things worse to talk with them of this. I wish I was another person so things could be different. Well, this is one where my advice in the last one wouldn't be good at all. Because they already said it would only make things worse to talk with them. Even though that's our default. I don't really know. I think we're going to skip this one. Because what advice do you give to an unrequited love person, you know? It's never going to work out for them. But we can't tell them that. Maybe just to discourage this part. Um, no, he didn't really miss anything. Other than us waffling over what to say to this person next, you know? Um, I don't know. I feel like that's okay. That's about as well as we could do there. Like, I don't want to encourage them to continue to chase after their friend. Best friend. Right? Because you don't want to encourage somebody to, like, try and change somebody else, but we also don't want them to be wishing they were another person, I guess. I think that's okay. I think we're good there. I got my own paper airplanes. Now I'm sad that someone who needed them didn't get them. We're gonna hit him with... What was the other new one we got? Did we already use it? Oh, we did. This one. He had a party. R feels alone. Oh, I think I'm about done blindfolded. I've worn myself out. At least my advice-giving brain. My kind words brain, I've worn it out for today. I just don't know. I don't know what to say to any of these ones. Tell me your love story. Hmm. Alright, yeah. We'll stop there. We have to make our request, though. Only? I don't know. You said, well, then have a decently sleepy snail. And then you said only. So I'm not sure. I don't think it did. Well, we're gonna try, you know. This is just the practice session, you know. The rest of the time we try and maintain the kind words too, but it's a little easier to think about during this 1 hour a week than it is the rest of the time, you know what I mean? I don't really know what else to say about Ed, man. Maybe we don't even. Maybe we don't even do this. He's a guy down the street who passed away yesterday. Lives nearby to me. Might be a little dark for kind words, honestly. I talked about it at the beginning of the stream. But he, it was an accident. He had an accidental death. But I think we aren't... I'm probably not going to be, we won't write about him here. It's a little dark, I guess. I don't know what I would write anyway. I'm going to just throw this in here.
You want to eat any pork chops?
Oh, thank you. Nope. I don't know. Guess that's good. All right. That's all for today, I think. Thank you for coming and saying hi blindfolded and hanging out. Helping me with my advice. I did download Atomic Heart and a game called Wo Long Fallen Dynasty. We'll probably play one of those tomorrow. I'm not really sure which one. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna go relax for a while. I hope you have a nice... Well, I guess it's morning there, isn't it? I hope you have a nice day. Good luck. Goodbye.